Well, who's that flying around in the fox den? Hello, Ollie. Well, hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Welcome to the fox den with Miss Tracy. Who do we see today? I see Remy. I see Ben. Hi. I see Theo, Chloe, and Skylar. I see Jet, Nolan, and Emmy. I see Ruby, Eddie, and Lincoln. And I see my mom, Kay, and all her friends, and the staff at the nursing home where she lives. Nice to see you all. Well, this is Ollie the owl. Ollie's a wise owl. And Ollie came today because he wanted to hear the book that I'm going to read today. Well, where will we put you to watch me read? How about over here? Oh, you can't see there? Okay. How about up here on the shelf? Is that better? Okay. What do we have on the shelf? Here's a birdhouse I found in my backyard. And guess what I found in the birdhouse? It was filled with acorns. Do you see the acorn? It has a cap. And the squirrels were hiding the acorns so they would have food to eat in the winter. This is a bird feeder I have in my backyard. It's filled with Niger seeds. And the birds that love Niger seeds this time of year are goldfinches. This is a goldfinch. This is the female. The male has a brighter yellow back. And today's story is written and illustrated by Andrea Cavichi, who is my neighbor. She gave me this book as a gift and autographed it. The Crow's Voice. The Crow's Voice. Andrea says, dedicated to my mother, who taught me to be a friend to all creatures, and to the memory of Marjan, who loved birds. In a small neighborhood surrounded by a forest of oak and fir trees lived a young crow and his family. The crow had inky black feathers and a very loud voice. He was a large, intelligent bird, and his feathers glimmered deep blue in the sunlight. But most people didn't notice this. When he opened his beak, a loud caw, caw, caw came out, so people didn't want him around. Can you caw like a crow? Many of the families who lived in the neighborhood had bird feeders in their yards. One girl especially loved to watch the birds flutter in to eat. She loved the cute little chickadees with black caps on their heads. They made her laugh as they called, chickadee-dee-dee, and hopped about, pecking at seeds. Do you see the chickadees at the bird feeder? Can you say chickadee-dee-dee? Goldfinches would visit the feeder in groups. The males were bright yellow and the females were a lighter greenish yellow color. Their bright, cheery calls of chicory and potato chips always made the girl feel happy. Do you see the goldfinches? Can you say potato chips? A male woodpecker with a red head often visited to eat tiny insects from the wooden feeders, making tap 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 sounds with his strong beak. Other woodpeckers sometimes visited, calling pick pick to one another. They seemed to be sharing their feast by passing insects from beak to beak. Do you see the woodpecker with the red spot on his head? A group of blue jays regularly surrounded the feeder and called out, "Scree, scree," in loud, bossy voices. Although their voices were shrill, their blue, white, and indigo feathers were beautiful, so people enjoyed seeing them at the feeder. Do you see the blue jays at the feeder? The crow kept watch on the bird feeders in the neighborhood. He was the first to alert the others when new food arrived. Because he was such a large bird, however, the feeder would swing wildly when he landed on it, spilling seeds onto the ground. His loud caw, caw, caw caused people to chase him away. "Go away, crow," they would yell. The rejected crow and his family were not welcome at the neighborhood feeders. Do you see the crow swinging on the feeder? One day, the crow was watching the girls' bird feeder from a distance. Meanwhile, 2 mourning doves were eating sunflower seeds that had fallen onto the ground. The mourning doves were softly cooing as they pecked at the seeds. Do you see the mourning doves on the ground? The mourning doves were slow-moving gentle birds who didn't notice that a well-fed house cat was creeping closer and closer toward them. The girl who was standing nearby and watching the mourning doves didn't see the cat as it crept slowly toward the unsuspecting birds. Do you see the cat creeping towards the mourning dove? There's the cat. But just as the cat was about to pounce, a loud caw, caw, caw rang out. Immediately more sounds of caw, caw, caw came from the nearby trees as other crows repeated the warning call. The cat jumped back, startled by the crows. In a flapping of wings, the mourning doves flew up into the trees. There they hid, safe among the oak leaves. Do you see the girl and the cat and the mourning doves flying up into the tree? After watching the cat run away, the girl looked up and saw the young crow in a tree nearby. For the first time, she really looked at him. She saw that he was a big, beautiful bird with inky black feathers that glimmered deep blue in the sunlight. She wondered why she had never noticed the crow's beauty before. He now seemed different after his loud, strong voice had saved the gentle doves from a sneaky cat. Do you see the crow in the tree? Do you see the girl? From that day on, the girl made sure that the crow and his family were always welcome at her family's new bird feeder. The crows took their places among the smaller, more colorful birds. Their unmistakable caw, caw, caw joined the chorus of bird songs in the little neighborhood by the forest. Do you see the crows? Do you see the caterpillar? Who's who? Here we have some descriptions of the different birds. And here we have a picture of Andrea, the author. The end. I hope you enjoyed today's reading of The Crow's Voice, written and illustrated by Andrea Cavichi. I love you, Mom. Thank you to all of your staff who help you. Hello to all of your friends. Come again to the Fox Den with Miss Tracy. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye. I love you. Well, Ollie, shall we go and fly away? Come with me. Let's go play out in the yard with all of the birds. Bye-bye.